I haven't seen you since the plague.
That was splendid. Then he died the day he planned to go and spend it shouting, live while you're alive. No one will survive. Life is sorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. Live while you're alive. No one will survive. There's no guarantee.
And for all my true lunatics out there, for anyone that wants, you can purchase all 5 cuts of Blade Runner in one disc. They've sold. It's the only time I've ever seen this. Although Blade Runner is one of the only movies that has multiple director's cuts, but you can buy all 5 in one collection. It's bizarre. It's bizarre.
It's unnatural, some might even say.
Right. I don't. At that point, you're not even are you even considering art anymore? Or you're just I don't know, you're analyzing the Zapruder film at that point.
Yeah.
You are going through every frame to try and look for clues as to what was happening there.
Trying really hard to be the one that is the coolest.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess we've all decided that the final cut is the one. I guess we've collectively said watch that one.
Yeah, sure.
I guess I'm sure there's people that have their differing opinions, but I
watch any that's on, and then when it's over, I go, "This is probably what they meant." Every time I watch it.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's one definitive solution to that film. As much as I would like there to be, I don't think that it exists. Should it? Yes.
Yeah. Well,
but
I mean, to a degree, yes. To a degree, no. To a degree, I do appreciate how. I mean, it's art. You know what I mean? And is there a definitive version of art?
That's a question I don't want to answer.
Right, because it's the oldest debate in the book, generally related to our friend George Lucas, but where does the creator's right to art stop versus where does the audience's right to experience art, where do they intersect? And I think just the best possible solution is the Blade Runner solution, where you just make all 5 versions available to whoever wants to watch whichever one they want.
We've talked about this. It's literally the excuse me, I was about to hiccup or burp. I don't know which. Neither happened. It's the Star Trek versus Star Wars argument. I want there to be more of it so that you can pick what you like and shut the fuck up about what I like.
Right.
You don't like that? Cool. Guess what? I don't fucking care.
Move on
just
with your life, right?
You picked the one you liked. Leave. Bye. Shut up. Ugh.
Right. The ultimate argument for, the fact that we just never stop making new Star Trek series is that it's now everyone can have theirs.
Yeah, precisely.
Now you have your Star Trek.
More Star Wars, please. Why? Because I just like the universe, and if you like the movie, cool. If you don't, I bet you have one you do. Leave me alone.
There's probably one, right? Between all the fucking movies and shows.
There's 12 of those movies now, and hundreds of hours of TV
comics?
shows. Yeah, fucking.
We're at a point.
Not to say get
where
off my lawn, but
but essentially get off my lawn, right? It's like, oh, you didn't like The Last Jedi? Get off of my lawn. I don't care. But like, we're at a point with like Star Wars where if the only way you wish to experience Star Wars I'm sorry. I'm having trouble formulating this sentence. But if one were to only experience Star Wars through Marvel comic books starring the character Dr. Aphra, who was Darth Vader's, like, you know, a supporting character in the Darth Vader comics, you could do that and still read a lot of Star Wars. Because she's, you know, now she has had her own world of comics and adventures all on her own for years and years now. And if that was the only way you wanted to experience Star Wars, you could do that now.
You could, yeah.
It's become, and honestly, the only way you really run into a problem there is either one, when you're reading something and you run into a dense piece of dark matter continuity that like is this black hole, and you're like, what is this? I have no context for what's happening right now.
Yeah, sure.
What has happened? That is one way you run into the issue. The only other way you really run into an issue is if you are ever wanting to experience all of Star Wars. Cannot be done at this point.
Wait, why is that?
Because there's too much. You can't.
Kev, some people still experience all of Doctor Who, so let's maybe not underestimate the number of people who.
There is way less Doctor Who than there is Star Wars.
I guess you're right.
There is. I mean, if we are stacking books. I mean, movies,
I forgot.
obviously.
Literally, my only reason for saying that was books. There's so
right.
Or the only reason for saying that was that I didn't remember that there are books.
Right, and there are. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of Doctor Who books, and don't get me wrong. A lot of Doctor Who comics. Not nearly as much as there are Star Wars comics. Not nearly as much as there are Star Wars books. And video games. I mean, fuck you. Like, I mean, there's you'll never stop playing Star Wars video games. They just keep cranking those motherfuckers out.
Yeah, and like, to be honest, the games often are better than the movies.
Okay, I'm glad you've just said out loud, perhaps my hottest take is that video games is the best medium for Star Wars.
It's really funny that that's like maybe your hottest take.
I don't know if that's true. I'm sure I have
my only take. As a person who has written about games for a decade, my constant, like, I'm going to say some shit to you, and it's not a hot take to me, but it's going to be to you. Video games are better than movies. Flat.
Oh, interesting.
They're the best medium.
Interesting.
Because it's a medium that you get to interact with. Now, don't get me wrong.
There
are fewer good video games than... Okay, let me make sure I phrase this perfectly correctly. There are fewer video games of the caliber that some of the best movies are on. Does that make sense? Like...
No, it does.
Movies that are quintessential, right? There are more of those than there are quintessential video game experiences, I think.
Sure.
Well, that's just because I think video games are also in their adolescence, which sounds like a misassessment of how old the game industry is, and also an indictment of, hey, industry, you're this old, grow up. But you know,
I mean, and we see advancements in that all the time. And if you really think about it, and you're like, okay, 40 years ago, we were like just coming up with Mario, and now we have, you know, The Last of Us, just as an example, right? It's just the leaps and bounds. Video games are, I won't say best, because I refuse to say that any medium is inherently better than another. But video games are, I think, easily where we are seeing the most advancement at the most rapid pace. Yeah. There is and it's not that we are not always coming up with new film technologies, because of course we are, and people are, you know, literary devices are going in and out of flux, and things will do, right? But video games is the medium where currently you can, before your eyes, see rapid advancement. From year to year, you're like, holy shit.
Oh wow, hold on, wait. Yeah. My favorite
Hold on.
thing is going back and playing like anniversary games. Most specifically, like the best memory, the best example that comes to memory is the Halo anniversaries. Like when the 10-year anniversary of Halo 1 came out, I remember playing that game and being like, holy shit. I remember this game. And then I hit the back button on the Xbox controller and it goes back to what?
Hello?
This boy. I hit the his name's Tom. Wait, who are you pointing to? There's 3 different pictures of people on my computer right now. I'm talking to my friend Kevin. Okay? Watch your video, thank you.
That's fun. It's cute.
When Halo Anniversary came out, I remember playing it and being like, this is what it looked like. And then you hit the back button and the game updates to the graphics that it actually was 10 years ago. And you go, oh no. Yeah. You go, my brain editorialized a lot of this.
Yes.
And it's crazy because like 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago at this point, gross. You go, this looks amazing. And your brain doesn't know any better. And then 20 years passes and now you know what games look like now. And you go, it couldn't have looked that bad. Then you look at it and go, but it did though.
Wow. And but the original Halo looked leaps and bounds better than fucking Super Mario 64. It's this concept, and it's not as if there aren't movies that you can watch now from 10 years ago and go like, oh, this is a little dated. The special effects are like a little dated. But we've plateaued a lot more, and the tremendous gulf of watching a movie from the 80s or playing a game from the 80s are not the same equation. Watching a TV show from the 70s and playing a video game from the 70s are very different experiences as far as the gulf of how the medium has expanded.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I love video games because you're watching them grow and change, and like because of the ways that technology has allowed more people to participate in the making of video games. You are seeing a tremendous amount of indie games that are fascinating and interesting.
Yeah,
that
often
you really
are better
weren't
than
seeing.
Like big things. Sorry, go on.
Sure, and can be more refined experiences also.
Sure.
As I told you, your propaganda campaign has worked. I'm paying for Xbox Game Pass for PC.
I've already received my commission check.
Yeah, which is great. I'm glad they got back to you on that. And I was like, oh, let's see. Oh, some interesting games on here, some old classics, some new maybe I'll finally play the Halo games or what have you. But like the first thing I did, I downloaded that game Boyfriend Dungeon, which is a game I love saying out loud to people because it sounds like I'm a pervert. And
sure.
and that is like a 10-hour experience max, but is so, it takes its core idea and it just runs it as far as it needs to go and tells its emotional story, and then it's done. Whereas, like, I mean, no AAA studio would make Boyfriend Dungeon, but if it had been made by fucking Infinity Ward, it would be if fucking I can't even think of the Assassin's Creed guys. If they made Boyfriend Dungeon, Ubisoft, thank you, it would be 50 hours long instead of 10, and it would just like you would lose. And it would
be full of weird like toxic relationship nonsense because it's fucking Ubisoft.
Because it's Ubisoft, right? And Ubisoft bad company, right? And
yeah, they know good. They know great.
They're no good. But video games, they're great. I love them.
They're very good. They're very good. But yes,
but you're right. The interactivity is unique.
The Star Wars games are better than all the Star Wars movies.
100%. The baseline is not even right. I mean, there are some terrible Star Wars games. No one is. There are some
exceptionally good Star Wars movies, but there's only a couple of those.
Right. There's only like a few really good Star Wars movies, and some good Star Wars television. But like Star Wars games, the odds that you're going to plug in a random Star Wars game and have a good time, pretty high, I think.
Yeah, shockingly high in many cases, honestly.
And the inherent iconography crossed with wish fulfillment that is Star Wars lends itself to player-driven narrative.
Yeah.
More than it does to a good film story.
Yeah, precisely. And like that's one of the reasons why I'm super excited to like see Star Wars move beyond the Skywalkers, because I think that like for a long time people were like, yay, but like let's be completely honest, they are the reason why your movies have been unable to escape the stratosphere.
Right.
Like moving beyond the Skywalkers is the same reason why I think the games are good, and it's that Star Wars is cool because it's a universe people want to see themselves in, and video games got that from day one. And Star Wars has only recently been like, oh, let's make a Star Wars full of like scummy rogue rebels that have to do like dirty jobs to get after an empire that's way stronger than them. And everyone's like, hey, by the way, this movie fucking ruled. More of this, please.
Yeah. Walking around in a video game and killing fascists. That's one of the first things we did when we came up with video games. Really early on, we decided Nazis should die a lot in video games.
And then we decided that we should kill the Nazis as zombies. You should kill them again.
Kill them as zombies? We already killed them once, and now they're back? But, you know, like, fucking Wolfenstein is as old as video games, right? And so, like, the inherent joy as a player of swinging a fucking lightsaber at some stormtroopers is undeniable. It's really good. And are the Force Unleashed games good? I don't know. What is good? I had a fun time playing them. Is that I ask for? What else should I ask for? From
can that be enough? Because I think
can't that be enough sometimes? Sometimes you want something more, and sometimes you're like, God, it's fun to kill stuff in this game.
Yeah.
Man, this is fun to play.
Oh, man, I enjoyed this. Running through a room and just cutting down fucking bootlickers, great.
Just murking dudes. Just absolutely laying waste. Yeah, it's great. We love it. Video games are cool. I like them.
Speaking of video games, one video game was really cool, and then
The Witcher
decided to yes, I was getting there.
I'm sorry.
One video game was so cool, someone decided to actually go read the book about it, and then they made a show about it. That's how it worked, right?
Yeah. I mean that's basically how it worked.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that soon, because this is, of course, Advanced Media Studies, a podcast where we aim to talk about every piece of pop culture ever created, week by week.
We are undeterred so far.
Yeah, we are I think, honestly, we're doing pretty well. I think we're working at a good clip.
We're doing all right. We're figuring out, how to supplement time between big show commitments. But the good news is we all watch so much fucking TV already that
there's a lot of options.
We can go, oh wait, how about this one? If you listen to our last episode, you know that we were like, we could come up with a few ideas and then talk for 30 minutes because we're obsessive. So like
exactly.
So now we're picking the Sexy Boy show.
That's right. We are back into the world of Netflix's The Witcher with the winter break. I am one of your hosts, TV's Kevin Lanigan, and if I were going to die in the world of The Witcher, I want it to be because a ghost grabbed me and fucking exploded me. I want to be one of those little boys that just got fucking
possible.
Wrecked.
Dude, just fucking jellied. Just jellied. Just you used to be a toy, now you're a jam.
Now you are, that? Yeah, exactly. You are a preserve. You're a goddamn preserve. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Who are you?
I'm Caleb, the third host, because Jason's busy right now. And I'm the daddy host, the hostess with the mostest kids, one who's sitting right here for the time being. And if I had to die in the Witcher universe, I would want it to be I don't think I would want to die in that universe. It's also horrible.
Yeah, it's really bad, actually. See,
It's really actually wretched. Can I be
Yes.
can I be like impaled by a vine monster?
yeah, that sounds cool. Actually,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
taken
That's a
by highwaymen that actually aren't highwaymen, but election.
nasty way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds great. But yes, on the day you are listening to this, possibly the second season of Netflix's The Witcher has dropped, and we are very excited to start covering that. But in the interim, because of how the scheduling worked out, Netflix is going all in on The Witcher.
Spending all their money.
Spending all their fucking money. They, between seasons of The Witcher, which are of course delayed heavily due to COVID, they dropped an animated movie. They wrote and shot or are currently shooting like a big prequel series called The Old Blood, I think. Maybe that's the Wolfenstein game. It's something like that.
It's a Wolfenstein game, but I don't.
That is a Wolfenstein game. It
doesn't
might
preclude
also
it from being another name or something.
might also be a Witcher series about like the first Witcher
Blood
and the
Origin.
conversion. Blood Origin.
Yeah.
I had one word right.
We had one word and the first letter of the other
And
word.
yeah. So I my assonance was on as well. Yeah. So anyway, while we are waiting on that, we decided to cover the fucking Witcher anime movie that they made.
Nightmare of the Wolf or whatever.
Nightmare of the Wolf. Which sure, yeah, that title works, I guess.
I mean, it wasn't what I would have gone with, but like midway through the movie, I was like, oh no, I know why they did this.
Because it sounds good.
Right, precisely. Because it sounds and looks great, and you're like, oh
Nightmare
yeah, okay.
Wolf. Yeah, I gotta say, this was a. I was surprised how much I enjoyed this. I
Yeah,
thought
same,
it was
dude.
gonna be bad.
I thought it was going to be wicked boring, and then within minutes, I was reminded, like, oh yeah, anime doesn't give a fuck about like ratings. They can be
Right.
as violent as they want. Because I was like, this is gonna be a monster. Yeah, obviously in the opening moments, and then like when it shows up, I was like, oh right, it's anime. Like,
Or the monster just absolutely fucking destroys like a child.
yeah, several children at once. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my
That's
god.
That's a move you can make.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, and this is I was checking up on the studio. This is produced by Studio Mir, MIR,
Yeah.
which did The Legend of Korra, which did
Oh, that makes so much sense.
The Boondocks.
This makes so much sense. The animation is absolutely that.
Yeah, and then they've done other Netflix shows like Voltron
Voltron.
and Dota, and so they've because apparently there's a fucking Netflix. Netflix is an insane place.
It's
Where-
a monstrous. It's a monstrosity.
Where they've
It is human
made a
capitalism.
movie based on Dota, and like you can't prove that to me. You,
But like,
you don't-
why? Why did you do
Netflix-
this?
Netflix is so fucking, and I try not to throw this word around, but it is insane that like they will just make whole shows with big production values and advertise them not even a little bit. And you're like, does anyone know about this? Was
Yeah.
anyone
Are we
aware
aware
that this
of this thing?
existed?
Exactly.
Motherfucking, they made a 5th season of Arrested Development, and like no one knows about it. No one's seen the 5th season of Arrested Development. No one's seen Tiger King season 2.
There's another Tiger King thing I came across that was like the story of. Oh my god! I just saw it when I was upstairs before I came down. There's another one. I think there's a third, and they have these collections now, right? If you look at a thing,
Yeah.
you can scroll down. It's like you want to check out the Tiger King collection. I've never said no to a question faster in my life.
Collection? We have too much Tiger King. We needed to make a special shelf for all of our Tiger
Needed
King.
to put it in a special trapper keeper which is the second time I've said that word today, that series of words today, and I don't normally say that. But anyway, not on the podcast. Don't worry, you didn't miss me saying Trapper Keeper already.
Oh, that's good. I was worried.
Yeah, dude, like Netflix is a place where you can find everything. This is come with me. It's Willy Wonka's fucking Nightmare Dreamland, and like, because there's not just the
it is the tunnel in the Willy Wonka movie.
The fucking tunnel of Willy Wonka. Like,
There's
you
no
can
earthly
find
way of knowing.
you can find no small amount of fucking anime, on top of no small amount of like Korean dramas, and all on top of no small amount of like everything you could possibly look for otherwise. It's fucking weird, and I love it, and I hate it, and I love it, and I hate it.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it constantly. It's just like, oh, cool, bad, cool.
Yeah, I just sometimes find it hard to know when there's like something good new on Netflix. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's really difficult to fucking take your machete and hack through the fucking horse shit to find the like rare, like good shit. Like they dropped a whole ass show called Saturday Morning All-Star Hits, which is like a fake Saturday morning show. It's very Adult Swim energy, where they're like all these fake cartoons that get very like serious, and it's like it's a really good entertaining show. No, I had to accidentally find that.
That wasn't something that got marketed to you. You just stumbled into it one day and were like, what is this hellscape I've discovered?
I was walking backwards near a cliff and I tripped and I fell into like an ancient crypt where I was like, Saturday morning cartoon hit. Well, okay, I guess I'll put this on.
Yeah, I guess this is the thing that I wanted.
I'm waiting on all my shows to put out their like new episode for the week, so it's like, well, I'll try this, I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing else has grabbed me lately, you know?
I don't know if I've caught myself doing the Netflix scroll recently. Like, that's definitely a thing that like everyone is at least a little familiar with. And they finally grew a pair of guts to be
brains.
Yeah, thank you. They finally grew a little backbone and gave us a button that was like, I don't fucking know what I want to watch in this hellscape you made. Please just play something. And I'm very grateful for that. But also, I have never used it.
Yeah.
So
again, it's like it's when you go to the fucking Cheesecake Factory, there's like a 14-page menu, and you're like, I don't fucking know. I thought I wanted a salad.
Adequate description I've ever heard, and I don't know why I didn't think of it. Cheesecake Factory having 30 pages of a menu is like,
you're like,
to some people a demarcation of quality, and to me it's just like, guys, if you do 300 things, you do 0 things well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, fuck. Like, I thought I wanted an Asian chicken salad, but do I want a whole lobster? Like, do I want a suckling pig with an apple in its mouth? I don't know. I thought I knew what I wanted. I remember the old days when a Netflix original was kind of like a little badge of honor. You know, there was some quality control or something like that. And you felt pretty confident clicking on that little Netflix button. No longer.
Oh, I mean, look at the days of the original for the hiccup and burp finally came out.
There you
go. Look at the days of like the original big title Netflix originals. And of course, one of them is House of Cards, Poo Poo, Bang Bang Hiss Hiss.
But it was big.
But it was a big fucking deal, exactly. Like that
and Orange is the New Black?
Yep. Those shows were events, and people were talking about them. And, you know, prior to the day where everybody was like, maybe binge watching things is bad.
Right.
Which I'm 100% on board with. Now that Disney has... what a fucking weird world that we live in, and the sentence I'm about to say. I'm thankful to Disney for reminding me that shows coming out on a weekly basis is better than binging it.
I mean, right. It's like, it's actually, it's nice that it's like, oh, I actually feel a sense of anticipation waiting for the next chapter of Hawkeye's
Also,
story.
also, I get to like talk to all of my friends about it while
And
it's happening.
we can
And I
theorize,
don't
or
have
we
to
can
like
talk about cool
apologize to my
moments.
psychotic friends who just watch everything all at once. I can go,
How
oh, yeah.
how does everyone have time to watch all of these
I don't,
full shows?
dude.
And I don't even have a child, right? And
Sure. Yeah.
and I'm still like, how the fuck did all of you watch 13 episodes of this weekend?
And the worst part is that it's not like they only do it when it's 13 episodes of a 30-minute episode show. They'll watch 13 hours of a show before I can fucking make afternoon plans on a Saturday morning. And I'm like, how did you do this?
Before I can, like, watch the pilot in 3 chunks throughout 2 days.
Right.
You know, before I can, like, I can do 15 minutes here, and then I can take a break, and I'll do 15 minutes, you know, with dinner. And it's just, I don't know how everyone does it. And, you know, if you enjoy binging stuff, that's fine. Just, like, don't tell me that's what I'm supposed to do, like people like to do.
Yeah, no. If you want to binge, that's fine. But when you want to talk about the show I haven't finished yet because I'm not, I don't know, bad with my time.
Right.
Don't get mad at me when I'm like, shut up, I haven't watched it yet. Don't be like, exactly. What? No, shut your mouth. That is
one advantage of the Disney Plus and Apple TV does the same thing. Where like that is one advantage of the one a week or sometimes they do like 2 a week, where it's like we're all caught up to the same point. We're all at the same episode of Hawkeye. We're all at the same episode of Ted Lasso. Mm-hmm. So we can discuss it. We can theorize. We can wait. We don't have to really worry about spoilers in the same way because there is only the same amount of information available to everyone. So at most, it's like, oh, okay, you haven't seen yesterday's episode, but I can talk about everything before that.
And the nice thing about, you haven't seen yesterday's is that like it gives you the opportunity to be like, hold on, I'll call you back in an hour and then watch it. Whereas when it's like, you haven't watched the whole show yet, and you're like, what the fuck? No. Why?
What are you talking about?
And they're like, I did. It's like, cool. I'm now literally a month of organizing when to watch a show with my wife away from catching up to you. That means it's not going to fucking happen.
No, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen.
So, in the spirit of long shows that are going to release in full soon, we wanted to talk about the anime movie of The Witcher, which is its own conversation, much like the Star Wars has animated shows.
That's true.
Is this story entirely essential to the Witcher experience? Or sorry, is this movie essential to the Witcher experience? No, but I will say that as I was watching it and realizing who it was actually about, the more I got sold. I didn't read anything about this. I think I did maybe years ago. When I knew it was coming.
Right. Yeah, I think I knew very little going in. I was like cartoon. I thought I was pretty sure it starred Vesemir, like young Vesemir. Right. But I wasn't 100% in that assertion. I was fully accepting that I was maybe wrong.
Sure.
But it yes, so we open on a traveling caravan of like a dad and his 4 children. And they get attacked by a Leshen, which is a creature I've only encountered in the Witcher universe. So it's either unique there or some weird piece of Polish
I think it's folklore. A very like Eastern European awful being. And so it sounds like we might not have seen it because Americans are weird.
It wasn't in Western European fantasy, which we are all more intimately familiar with. It was in Eastern European fantasy,
right?
Which is its own distinct thing, and has its own distinct creatures. But
it's like the same genealogy of monsters as like Baba Yaga and things like that, which are all again things that like we don't particularly talk about or deal with. But because of Western shows and shit, we go, oh yeah, I know what that is. John Wick is Baba Yaga.
Right, John Wick is Baba Yaga. We know Koshi the Deathless. We know Chernabog from various things.
Right.
There are bits and pieces that have kind of filtered through. But this is the moment where the Netflix Witcher is fully developing new things.
Yeah.
In this universe, this is not based on a short story. This is like. From what I've read in the Witcher books, these events have not come up. You know, it's not one of those like Tolkien things where it's like we're adapting Beren and Luthien or what have you. That's a deep cut for all of you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
well. They did adapt. Like yes,
they did adapt Beren and Luthien. It was called Aragorn and Arwen. They essentially gave them their story. It would be kind of pointless to adapt it now because they already they took the best bits.
They took the parts that are worth adapting and did it already. Yeah.
Yeah. But this is where we're fully inventing new things. We're doing prequels. We're doing these animated things. You know, we're going kind of crazy, kind of like the games did, where the games are not adaptations of the books, they are sequels to the books.
Sure.
So we are fully adding on to Sapkowski's legacy in a very Tolkienian way, in a Shadow of Mordor, kind of way.
Oh yeah, Shadow of Mordor is a great example of this.
Right, where it's like, okay, so we are fully like adapting a new text that's like kind of butting up against the world that we know, and maybe it's canon, maybe it isn't. Who cares about canon? I need everyone to stop worrying about canon.
Yeah, that can get deleted from people's jargon. I'm fine with that.
Everything is not canon because none of it's real. So just enjoy the stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Like, you pick what's canon. It's all fucking made up. Like, I don't.
Who actually cares most of the time anyway?
If you like a book that is no longer Star Wars canon, you can still read that book. No one's stopping you from doing it.
No one's like, actually, that book's now gone. No, shut up.
Actually, we need to burn this book. And like we are now required to burn all the Star Wars Legends books because the mouse said so. I also constantly debate with myself whether I know anybody that says the word canon and whether any of them are people that I hang out with. And like, honestly, that answer gets like more and more easy to answer with no. As the sliver of that pie.
That pie it's not even a piece of pie anymore. It's at the point where it's like maybe a shiv that you use to kill someone you don't like.
Yeah.
It's a small window. So yeah, when you were like, I really like this thing, and someone's like, it's not canon, don't haul off and punch them in the face. But emotionally, mentally, you can do that. In your brain, you can go, ha, pow, and then leave them alone. Because nobody likes people like that. Anyway, back to our conversation about this very good, very not canon thing.
Is it canon? Is it not? I don't know. Fuck you.
It's got a credit to Sapkowski at the end, but that doesn't mean that he wrote it. It just might mean that he went, I like this thing that you paid me to make.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite things about Sapkowski, actually, is people will ask him, like, oh, what do you think of the show? What do you think of the games? And he's like, the check fucking cleared.
It's really funny because he did not do that for Witcher 3. Like, Witcher 1 and 2, the games, he obviously with CD Projekt Red was like, yeah, fucking let's go. But I guess he didn't like how it went after the second one. So he wouldn't give his blessing to them for the third one to base it off of anything from the book. So Witcher 3 is all original from the devs. And then he was like, because I'm not consulting, I guess you don't have to pay me as much. And they were like, fine. And then Witcher 3 is like a monumental game. And then he came back later and was like, I want money. And they were like, no, you said fuck off. So fuck off, dude.
Right. Which is weird. And like, obviously Witcher 3 has like some characters from the books and things like that,
Right,
besides
right.
like our core cast. But yeah, it's so weird that he that he left for the good one. It's so weird that he's like, I'm out for like the one that is good.
The one that
And
is
there
like
are
objectively
it
solid.
it is unbelievable that game exists. I'm sorry, we will talk about this cartoon. Witcher
We will.
3 is like the most impossible fucking game I've ever seen. And it's not like a top 10 game for me of all time or anything like that. For many people it is. I did play the fucker through twice during quarantine, so obviously I did like the game. There's things
Damn.
in that game that I have never seen another game do near as well.
Like
The
I'm one of the few people I know that has not played this game all the way through.
Okay. The Geralt, our protagonist, and I play a lot of like fantasy video games. I play a lot of RPGs, JRPGs. There has never been a RPG protagonist that interacts with every conversation in distinct individual characteristic ways,
Sure.
like Geralt in Witcher 3. The degree to which, like, once you start seeing it, you're like, my god, he has so much input on everything that happens in this game, which sounds crazy if you played a game, because obviously, like, they're protagonist driven stories. You're the most important person in the world in like every game you play.
Yeah.
But like, but Master Chief does not have a perspective on events that is as profound and announced and well realized as Geralt of Rivia
Sure.
in The Witcher 3. Well, not to drag Master Chief, he was just like a guy that I thought of. Your favorite boy.
And like the people that make Halo spent a lot of time in the last 3 games doing their best to make it clear that Chief does think. Like he's not a machine. They did a lot, like Halo 4 and 5, to their detriment in many cases, really focused on his human side. They're not side, he's a human. But you know what I mean, like his humanity. And people were like, just give me shooty blow blow, boom boom, bang bang, and then they did that. But anyway, you're right. Yeah, like video games protagonists be the main agents of interaction. And
They're
very few of
usually-
them are like, but like, what if the person you're playing has fucking felt like they were paying attention to what's going on?
Has perspective, has thoughts, and also like most events in The Witcher 3, Geralt can have like different perspectives on depending on how you're playing him, but they all feel justified.
Yeah.
And normally, and The Witcher 3 is the biggest fucking video game I've ever seen. There's so much to do in that game. There's so many quests to undergo. But unlike games with a lot of quests like Skyrim or Far Cry or what have you, every single quest in The Witcher 3 feels realized, feels storyful, feels thematic. It's like unbelievable.
It's
I
absurd.
cannot fathom how they did that.
No, and it's worth pointing out that like it's not like they did it in a game that's short, right? Like it's a game with like 300 hours. Like you could possibly play that game
much.
for 300 hours, and that shit being that like diverse an experience for that many people, for that long is it's bananas. I don't.
You can play it
understand
for 300 hours, and I feel like you still could miss some stuff.
Sure. I remember. So I've played some. I played until you've played this several times, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry for anybody who doesn't. I have played until you leave White Orchard for the first time, and you meet Yennefer in like the bathtub. No, it's not Yennefer. It's the other. It's Triss.
It's Triss.
You meet Triss.
No,
it's not Triss.
I think you are talking about a fantasy sequence featuring Yennefer in it's like a memory sequence.
No, you like get the opportunity. She's going to go to the big city, Novigrad, and you can go with her through her little like portal, or you can be like, I'll catch up with you later. And I was like, I'll catch up with you later because I wanted to like see the world. I don't remember who that is. If that's Triss or Yennefer, I don't remember. Regardless,
Yeah.
I got to there and was like, I'm going to come back to this. and Wicked didn't. Not because I didn't want to, but because,
We've all
again,
been there.
I looked at like what?
We've all been there with a fucking
Yeah.
video game.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna get back to this, and then I kept hearing how long it is, and was like, I'll get to there when I have time. And guess what? I haven't had yet. Time. But yeah, I'll get there someday.
Yeah, still a great game whenever you go back to it. I would just say, don't worry about doing even the majority of stuff.
Sure.
Do stuff
Sure.
if it seems interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're like, that is an interesting hook to a quest, go do that. And if
Sure.
it doesn't seem interesting, don't do it. You don't have to.
Sure.
It's great. You don't have to. Again, not a perfect game, but I'm like, nothing
There's a moment.
Nothing really hit that. Nothing really hit that itch like fucking Witcher 3 did.
No, there's a couple of moments I remember from that game that, like, again, just a testament to like how individual and like bespoke all the experiences felt. There's a mission you do in White Orchard where there's like a day lich. It's not a lich, but it's whatever they call day spirits.
Noon Wraith, I think.
Noon Wraith, yes, you are correct.
Yep.
There's a Noon Wraith in a town, and the town's abandoned now because the Noon Wraith was wreaking havoc on it. And
there's a well in the middle of the...
Precisely the one, yeah. So I'm like, fucking, I've played Skyrim. I'll do this side mission. That's fine. I go do this side mission and, like, get attacked by the Wraith in the daytime and get my ass kicked and run away. And I'm like, I'll just wait till nighttime. And I did, thinking, like, maybe that'll work. It fucking did. She's not there. So then I walked around the town and you discover, like, oh, she was, like, killed, and her husband who killed her tried to hide that he did it, so he threw her down the well. And then in the time that she was down the well, A, she wasn't buried properly, so her spirit was furious. And B, the underground river that was there, like, separated the bones of her arm from her body. And on her arm was a bracelet that was important to her. And now the spirit doesn't know where it is. And so I spent like an hour looking around and finding her arm and finding the bracelet. And you put them all together on the ground outside the well. And then I waited for daytime. And then the spirit showed up and was like, thanks.
Thanks.
And just kind of fucking left. And I was like, okay, hold on. I cared about this too much.
Yeah.
And then the other one was a werewolf story where, like, a woman's husband keeps, like, going out at night and she thinks he's cheating. And then you realize that, like, he's a werewolf and he's trying not to, like, kill his wife, and he's, like, locking himself in a cabin or some shit. But I was bullheaded and, like, kept him from getting to the cabin, so he turned into a werewolf and attacked me. And I don't remember specifically. I think that mission actually got to a point where he stopped attacking me after I'd hit him enough and was like, please stop. And I was able to let him go. I want to say that I let him go, but I'm not sure. But still.
Yeah, that one has a choice. You know what? I'm just going to full-ass spoil a quest in Witcher 3. Here's exactly what I'm talking about that I think is so interesting. There's a quest where it's basically like a serial killer case. You're essentially tracking down some fantasy version of Jack the Ripper, right? And you come along, and the first time I did this quest, in my first playthrough of 2020, I found I found the killer, I accused them, I took them out, it was all over. Second time I'm going through the game, I'm doing this quest again, and there is sort of a when I cornered the killer once again, there's sort of this quick time event. You have to, like, hit something and react, right? Sure. But my partner had come into the room and, like, interrupted me during the quick time event. I missed it.
Okay.
And the game proceeds on. The game keeps going. And because of this, I discovered that guy didn't actually do it. And you keep following these threads until you find, like, it's been a big fucking vampire the entire time. So, like, this one quest in the middle of The Witcher 3, you can complete incorrectly.
Mm-hmm.
But you and Geralt both believe that you did it right. And the game will not inform you otherwise. The game will let you
just, okay, sure.
You think you did it right.
Oh, no.
And no one is any the wiser until your second playthrough, and you're like, Holy shit!
Oh no, I fucked up.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's the kind of game that The Witcher 3 is.
I love that shit. I love that shit. I also love that
Unbelievable.
it based it based the decision on like a thing that was, because it's a quick time event, you have to like believe with your gut that what you're doing is right.
You're like, oh, I gotta fucking kill this guy. He's a fucking serial killer. And like when you find him, he's got like, there are women who have been like beaten around him. You're like, well, this guy's a fucking serial killer. I nailed it. And you didn't. You didn't nail it.
No, you fucked up so much, actually.
I fucked up, actually. And
Yeah,
I was just so blown away.
Witcher is great for that. I love that.
It's good shit. All right, we'll talk about this movie. And honestly, it was a very entertaining watch. It's not that deep. It's not that, impossible to parse, I think. If you are joining us for the first time on this podcast, this is basically what it's like.
Yeah. The podcast is often more deep than the actual thing we're talking about.
Than the media, and we go off on anything that strikes our fancy, really. And if you don't like that, I'm not changing. Goodbye. Goodbye.
This is
not the show for you.
This is what we do.
This is what we do. But yes, so this story follows young Vesemir, young hot Vesemir, who
can I interrupt you? It's not like we don't do this all the time. Vesemir looks, I didn't realize this until the last fight, when he has two swords. But Vesemir just looks like Adam Jensen from Deus Ex.
Yes,
and it's even fucking worse when he has taken any of their little potions and his eyes go black, and then he's running with two swords, and you're like, oh, it's Adam Jensen. Cool.
No, it's Adam Jensen from Deus Ex Mankind, etc.
Yep. Divided.
Whatever that game. Well, there's two of them, and they have
Human Revolution and Mankind Divided, which are
there you go,
the same.
Yeah,
you done it twice. Good job.
I figured it out. Yeah. Great, but yeah, so we follow young hot Vesemir, who we see as a young boy child, a dissatisfied farm boy, who has his little anime girlfriend called Ilyana. Who, wildly enough, voiced by Commander Shepard, Jennifer Hale.
What? Really?
Ain't that something?
That's
yeah, that's something. And so, dissatisfied farm boy, they go into town, they steal some bread, Aladdin style, or they steal some cake. I'm sorry. And they're doing their thing because their caretaker, not their mother, they're like the woman who looks after them is ill.
Yeah, some noble woman.
Yeah, who she requires her herbs, but they run into a witcher. And this is honestly this guy whose name I did not make a note of.
Deglin. Sorry.
Deglin. Thank you. He is generally how most witchers are. Geralt feels like a real exception. Most witchers in the world of Sapkowski, I'm currently reading the fourth Witcher book, which is the second one that is like a novel instead of short stories. And most of them are known, and most townspeople know them as like, oh, they come in and they drink and they take our money and they don't really like do the job properly. Like, they have a bad fucking reputation as an entity. Geralt and old Vesemir are exceptions for treating the job with respect and sincerity.
I think that's what this movie sets out to kind of explain. Because like when you watch the show, if you've never played the games or read the books, you're kind of thrust into this universe where everyone fucking hates witchers, and you don't get it because
Geralt rules.
Cool as shit, and he's not doing bad things. And then when he does things that could be perceived as bad, he also looks like he feels bad for doing it, right? Like, he's not like just a murderous piece of shit. And yes, like this show takes you back in the past to go, yeah, witchers were actually kind of like drunkards and oftentimes swindlers. Mm-hmm. And we're going to tell you how Geralt and his teacher changed.
Yeah.
By telling you the story of his teacher.
Right. And this sort of like, not his first, rodeo, but certainly like an early profound adventure.
Yeah.
In the same way that the first two books are like, here's a little short story. Here's just like an adventure the Witcher went on, and some of it adds to the larger narrative, and some of it is just cool. And
Right.
So the Witcher takes the kids back, and they exercise the lady of the house, and then we catch up with Vesemir later when he's very hot. He's a very hot anime boy. He's a real guy. And there's this very funny disconnect for me throughout this entire movie where, because we Geralt in the show and in the games is, yes, obviously a great fighter, yes, very strong, can do some cool spells, but like they do full ass anime bullshit in this movie where
sometimes it's a little out of control.
where he's like leaping 25 feet in the air, or like that scene at the end where like all the mutant basilisk are like dropping him and he's like free falling through the air and like cut through it. I'm like, this is no one would stop talking about this. This is the only thing we would talk about forever in the world of The Witcher.
No one would doubt Witchers either, or talk shit about them. If I saw a guy do this, what you want the clothes I'm wearing? You got it, bro.
Whatever you say, sir.
Turns out I didn't like it that much. You can have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But this eventually we venture back to Kaer Morhen. We technically see it for the first time in the Netflix Witcher canon in this animated film, and it's this like churn and burn orphanarium. It's really like it's gross and bleak and upsetting. It's like, yeah, we took these kids as payment and they're probably gonna die.
Oh, that's very
also, soon.
That's also one of the worst parts, is that it's like, yeah, we have a bunch of orphans, and like if you're listening to this or you watched this and we're at the same moment, your first thought's like, oh, orphan to Witcher seems like a pretty cool fucking trade. But then you realize, and it's just answered really brilliantly by Deglin at one point, is that like they take them to a fucking swamp. No, sorry, the kids fucking wake up in a swamp. They aren't taken there by witchers. They wake up like neck deep in fucking goop, and they're like, "The fuck is happening?" And then they start getting attacked by all manner of nasty beasts, and you're like, well, this seems awful, and it is, and most of them die. And then Vesemir looks at Deglin afterwards and was like, I thought, do this many kids normally die? And Deglin goes, how many Witchers are there? And I was like, oh shit, no, that's valid. There's like 10.
Yeah,
so this makes a lot of sense.
There's not a lot, actually.
Yeah, but like, yeah, at first I was like, okay, this is a cool place. They give kids a chance to be superheroes. And then 10 of the 12 kids fucking die, and you're like, oh, never mind, they're not good people. Let's not conflate those two ideas.
They die before they even take the special potion that might also kill you. You know what I like? Which this movie doesn't even really get into, but like they refer to it as the trials of the grasses. And these like some of the kids who survive, ghosts swirling you into a little ball and exploding you. For the kids that don't have that happen to them, they then take some nasty potion that turns you into like a Witcher with like the cat eyes and the heightened senses, and that also can kill you. It's really bad, actually. It doesn't go good. Did you ever play Dragon Age Origins?
Briefly.
Well, in that game there are the Grey Wardens, which are
that name's familiar to me.
Yeah, a group of not bound by any race or class, but rather by we must keep the dark spawn at bay. That game's orc equivalent. But they have a ritual called the Joining, where you sort of drink the blood of the dark spawn to to be able to sense them, to be like you. It it is what gives you the Grey Warden's special abilities that like actually make you useful, but also it kills most of the people that try it.
Sure.
That's just the way it is, and it reminds me of that.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, very much so.
Anyway, sorry, that
Which means
always
that
struck me as very similar.
team at the Dragon Age team probably
BioWare
stole it from The Witcher.
Yep. Feel like that has to be the case, right? And like they put their own spin on it. It's not a direct rip off or anything like that, but essentially the same. It's the same idea.
Yeah.
And it's still cool.
Yeah, it's still fucking rules. So
it's
like,
rad. And you love Halo, which has its own interesting like child soldier program.
No, that was the first thing I wanted
stories.
to bring up when like that realization came up. Was like, oh, yeah, like Master Chief was kidnapped as a 6-year-old and like indoctrinated at a military school, basically boot camp for toddlers.
Yeah.
And most
some
of
real
them died.
Ender's Game shit.
Yeah, some real Ender's Game shit, and a lot of them died as well. So when I saw that here, I was like, "Hey, I know how stories like this go. Not good for the kiddies."
No, maybe good for the protagonist kid, but there's gonna be a lot of casualties. There's gonna be some bodies.
Kid's not gonna have a whole lot of friends. Or no, sorry, kid's gonna have a whole lot of friends that don't make it, and that's gonna be a story point later in season 2.
Yeah, indeed. And so we anyway we catch up with our Vesemir when he's older, and Witcher descent is sort of at an all-time high. There's a lot of people that hate them, that think they're charlatans, that think they're snake oil salesmen, they don't do anything, they're hated. And we have this one witch called Tetra who's like really trying to stir up shit at the royal court. Basically trying to run all the Witchers out of town. Like, we should be able to shoot these people on sight. You know, like Missouri's Mormon law, where it's like, if you see a Mormon, you can kill him. You can kill a Mormon on sight.
Humans have cool laws, don't they?
Yeah, it's great. Civilization was a great idea. And
yeah, we're not regretting our actions in any way.
Not one bit. Nothing but good choices up to this point. But yeah, so we run the Mormons out of town. Yeah, so Tetra's trying to stir up some shit, and so but we keep Vesemir and keeps running into these beasts that are enhanced in some way, that are given a sort of extra oomph. They're sort of often described as hybrids or mutants, much like the Witchers themselves, who are constantly referred to as mutant. And Vesemir goes to what he suspects is the lair and finds, this little critter and the little critter's big beast, and he kills that big beast without really giving it a second thought, and it upsets the little critter to no end. He doesn't like it very much at all.
Yeah, not a big fan. To which you would imagine is the general outcome of that kind of situation.
Right. I wouldn't be happy about it, personally, if I were a little critter and my big friend was killed by some guy. And
some douche.
Yeah, and everyone is trying to gin up this this conspiracy that it's like the Witchers create the monsters, actually, so that they can have jobs. It's a real I don't know, the fucking FBI justifies itself. It keeps coming up with like, no, we got this other thing over here. We got to worry about that.
Yeah, you need us for the thing that we didn't make.
You need us. No, the police don't cause these problems. You need us to solve them. Actually, and it's a whole complex rigmarole. And like many Witcher stories, it ends with a lot of people being dead.
Muchos
people being dead. And when did you catch on to the fact that Vesemir was doing an old man Logan on all of these people? On all of his friends, if you get that reference?
I don't know if I ever thought about it in that way, but yeah, no, he does. Wicked does.
He Old Man Logans them really hard. For anyone that doesn't know and didn't watch this cartoon, to Old Man Logan someone is to bewitch them to think they are fighting their enemies, but really they are killing their friends. It's through illusions or magics or mental manipulations or what have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vesemir thinks he's killing all the bad guys, but actually he's killing all the good guys. And that's not good.
Is it? Do you think that? Do you think that illusion is as broad as like everyone there, or do you think it's just that last room?
I was just thinking it towards the last room.
Okay,
I think it was just that small, illusory sort of thing.
But
I don't
it was
think we were
still
supposed
like
to.
the most important person he was protecting and the most important person to him. Like two separate beings, two incredibly important roles. And it's like, oops,
Getting squanched. just getting fucking.
remember how you were
getting
having
absolute
fun? Well,
No longer.
we're not anymore.
It was a cool anime fight, though. He was zipping all around. He was throwing
Right.
swords. It was good. A lot of good motion. And then you're like, oh, he was doing that. He was doing that cool sword fight.
Also, when he breaks out of the oh no, I forgot. What's the fox girl's name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Kitsugi or something like that.
That sounds about right.
When he breaks out of her little trance, he throws what you think at first are two blades at people who are about to kill his friends. And then it's clear that one of them was a whole ass sword.
Yeah.
And like, okay, but also how? And then anime is the answer. So
Anime is the answer, right? Just
Yeah.
like that is the manner by which one can throw a whole ass sword as if it were a throwing knife. The
Precisely.
answer is anime. The
answer
power
is
of God and anime. And just
Dominus anime.
yeah, it's kitsu. So yeah, you were right. You were right there.
Okay.
Because kitsune is the fucking is Japanese for fox or something like that.
Something like that.
So we were in the right family there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't go well for our friend Vesemir. The appreciator of a great gilf, Vesemir, who
Gilf?
looks at his child, a gilf, a grandma I'd like to fuck. Are you?
Oh! I thought you were talking about Vesemir, and I was in the process of thinking about old Vesemir from the game. So you said Gilf, and I was like, wouldn't that be?
Not the game, maybe the show. I haven't really seen him, so
I
we'll.
haven't seen show Vesemir, which
No,
should be Mark Hamill, but it's fine that it's not.
As fun as that, he was. Maybe he was busy. Maybe I bet this current guy is probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah, yes, of course.
Yeah, Mark Hamill should be like a one-off bad guy on The Witcher. I think he should show up.
Should just
for like
be
an
his
episode.
character from What We Do in the Shadows.
Absolutely, he should. Absolutely. Well, it kind of when he cannot recognize fucking Matt Berry because he's got a toothpick in his mouth. What We Do in the Shadows is such a good show. It's excellent. But to Vesemir's credit, I know he's the same age as Ilyana, but she aged when he did not because he is a Witcher and they age exponentially slowly. He doesn't seem to care. Doesn't bother him one bit.
No, very good, very good. I liked that it wasn't just like, sorry, I'm probably old and unattractive to you, and he was like, you'll always be beautiful to me. He truly was still in love with this woman and felt
He's like horny.
yeah, and felt horrible for what he did, what he ended up doing.
Yeah.
But like not to his credit, how could he have known? Like
Right.
that sucks so much. I have a little bit of a problem with the like, haha, made you do something. when it's leaned on too much. I think this is like the perfect amount because they tease it. It's Chekhov's illusion. They show you earlier, and then they let you forget about it because they don't really do it.
Yeah.
Again, really. And then when it happened at the end, I was like, "Oh, come on!" Like to the point, Kev, that like when the illusion faded off of the what's the chick's name that was like pissy the whole time about Witchers?
Tetra.
Tetra. When it faded off of Tetra and you saw the old Witcher mage, I was like, "Oh, was he really behind it all along?" I was so sold by it, and then I was like, "Oh shit, no, this is illusion magic. Damn it!" But I was so sold by it initially that I was like, "Oh fuck, maybe the Witchers are really bad." And that's the other point of this movie, right? Is that like this movie makes it out, or not makes it out, but like shows you that like Deglin and the Witchers were actually kind of shit people for a little bit.
Yeah. And
they're kind of monstrous.
Reform was necessary.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't know if we'll ever see like Vesemir's, reform period where he's undergoing the Witcher and some of their bad practices were unfortunately there to stay. I mean, the sheer amount of young, child and orphan death that occurs on their campus is still unfortunately part of how they made people into Witchers, and you get into that question of whether or not that sort of pain and destruction is necessary for the creation of a Witcher, or if even so, is it worth it?
Precisely.
Is all of this really worth having a bunch of monster hunters running around?
Yeah, it's the what's that movie? It's the Whiplash. It's the Whiplash fucking formula, right? Like, I made this guy really good by being a piece of shit, and then it's like, yeah, but like 2 other kids fucking killed themselves because you're an asshole, and like,
right
at the end, the movie's like, but look, and you're like, no, I don't know, no.
I think my read of Whiplash has always been that it is allowing you to just sort of look at that and make your own decision. You know what I mean? That's always my reading of Whiplash has always been like, yeah, this guy did need this, but is it worth it? Because they've both like, Miles Teller has like no one in his life anymore, and J.K. Simmons is obviously exceptionally lonely. I don't remember either character's name. I haven't seen it in 7 years, but like they are both lonely and empty outside of this. So was it worth it? And you just get to like sit with that idea and mull it over, and the movie doesn't really have an answer for you, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like that movie a lot. Also,
movie.
as a band kid who played drums, it was one of those things where I was like, damn, I guess this could be worse than what I encountered. And I didn't really encounter anything that bad. But like just seeing that was like, oh fuck. All right. Also watching people play drums it's like watching people and okay, I know you have this same neuroses. But like when you watch someone in a movie do something you know how to do, right?
Sure.
And you're like,
they didn't do that right.
Yeah. I like movies like Whiplash and La La Land where you see someone play piano or drums and you're like, nope, that person's actually playing. That's amazing. Similarly, like if people smoke in a movie and they don't do it right, it makes me so mad. I get it. Smoking's a terrible habit. And like from what I've heard, fake cigarettes also wicked suck.
They're not good.
They're super gross. So like, I get it.
Because you're still like just bringing a bunch of smoke into your fucking
and it's like, what is the stuff that they use? It's like, they're like herbal cigarettes. And I can't think of a worse combination of words
it's terrible
when it comes to cigarettes than herbal cigarettes.
Yeah, in a I got a little anecdote for you.
Oh hell yeah, do it. Yeah.
I was an actor in a short film once where I played a stoner who was doing like a heist of like a diner or some shit, and I smoked a lot of fake joints in the film, and their solution to the fake joint equation was to roll essentially tobacco joints, and I have never smoked cigarettes. I don't intend to start. But they were like, well, don't inhale. And I was like, sure, I know how to do that. I didn't. So I just like, I was just like basically chiefing these guys all day, trying not to inhale. But like when your body is that not used to the presence of tobacco, even just like beholding it is going to have an effect on you.
And you will inhale because you don't know.
Because you don't fucking know what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And so like, and you know how a cigarette has that like chill effect, calming your nerves with the cigarette, right? Like bringing down your heart rate and your blood pressure and all that.
Yeah.
I got home from that day of smoking tobacco cigarettes, and I sat down on the couch and I could not get up. I was so fucking, my muscles were so chilled. I like literally had trouble like sitting up. Our friend Katie Hoy like came over to my apartment while I was like watching wrestling, and I was like, Katie Hoy, I can't move. I can't get up.
So yeah, you were nicotine fucking dosed, my friend.
I was dosed. I was fucking comatose.
That's very not funny, but I'm laughing very hard, if that makes sense.
It was funny. I mean, it is objectively funny. It's not, I wouldn't recommend anyone do that to their actors in their short film.
No.
But it was pretty funny.
Yeah, that is, it sounds like the first time I smoked weed, because I was with a couple of assholes who were like, sometimes it takes more for bigger dudes. And so I hit it like 12 times, and then it hit me and I just died standing up. I was just like, bye. And just I was gone. I remember going upstairs and turning on South Park of all things and being so high that the cartoon was moving too fast. So I was like, turn this shit off. It's moving too fast. And they were like, what? And I was like, fucking leave me alone. And they were like, yeah, no, that checks out.
That's just how it is. It's just
sometimes you just gotta deal.
Sometimes you eat the bar, and sometimes bear eats you. Anyway, any other thoughts about the Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf? It's slight, but it was good. It was entertaining.
Yeah, it's pretty short too. Good hour and 10 minutes, right? Hour and 20.
Yeah, I think it's under 90, which I was like, 90. Oh, thank God.
It's like an extended episode, which is all really needed. We mentioned earlier that, like Witchers are shit, and if you watch the show, you wouldn't have got that impression because, again, Geralt is cool as shit. If you've played the games, you wouldn't really get that impression because Geralt and Vesemir are cool as shit. But I think this did a good job of being like, this is who they were. This is why they're not that anymore. Because, like, we didn't even really mention the fact that, like, the rumor that it seems too fantastic to believe that Witchers are making the monsters. Like, pans out to be 100% fucking true, which is disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot about that little bit. Or
maybe you like
said it and I missed it.
One Witcher. It wasn't like the whole guys.
It was like the leader of the Witchers.
Yeah, it was a pretty prominent one.
Yeah, it was Deglin, the fucking one that our boy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of implied that, like, the amount of monsters that you see are the amount of monsters that have been created at one point, and you're like, oh, hey, this is fucking wretched.
Yeah, this is fucked up.
So then when everybody dies, because one of the created monsters, Kitsu, who was a person that they just turned in, they thought she was dead, which also implies that they just kind of rolled her body out and we're like, and she didn't die and came back a super powerful witch creature thing. It's kind of implied that like all the other monsters are also their creations, and so yeah, as you said, like when they all die and we're left with Vesemir and a very young, very bald Geralt.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wait, how the fuck does he have hair?
What the fuck?
I don't.
He's just like fucking Caillou ass Geralt shows up at the end.
Yeah, fucking Avatar: The Last. Oh my god, Kev.
It's Aang. Fucking, he
They
shows
just
up.
reused assets.
It's just fucking Aang all
Yeah.
over again. God damn it!
The
I
same
didn't
production
even think
studio.
about it.
Even.
Didn't even fucking think about it. It's goddamn Aang. He even has like Aang's little like cheeky smile at one point.
Yep, he super does.
Or he's trying to like sneak out of the cave. God damn it! God damn it!
Yeah. Oh well.
God.
Oh well. We got so close.
I know that Geralt wasn't like exceedingly grumpy from birth, but like to think of him as being like a little scamp at one point is very, very funny to me.
Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway,
to go towards that whole like, why haven't I not seen Witchers be shitty? It's because of this. This is not even broadly speaking. This is literally like the origin story of like, so Witchers were shitty people that drank a lot and took advantage of people a lot. And then the Witchers that we see now, which we're going to see Vesemir in the show this week, this Friday. We may not see him in the first episode, but we will nonetheless see him in the episodes because he's been cast. The reason they're cool is because Vesemir like lost all of his fucking family, all of his friends, to the realization that they like were fabricating monsters, and it undid them. And so I'm interested to see like, because this is a Netflix created thing. There's the reasonable belief that they'll like lean into the fact that we made this thing. Not everybody may have watched it, but we made this thing. I wonder if any of that will be like flashed back to, or if because there's the opportunity now to see like Vesemir training Geralt, whether or not that's important to the story that they're going to tell this season, because Geralt is training Ciri. So, but anyway, like, I like the justification for the change and how they did it. I thought it was done really well. I thought it was done really intelligently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems good. And like from everything I've seen of Kaer Morhen in like the games and the little that it's been present in the books so far, it's like seeing it as this kind of like thriving child farm versus the like very sparse, destitute sort of place that it will become. With like by the time we run into the Witchers, certainly in the games, but basically in the show as well, there's not a ton of them left. There's really like, because so many of the old practices have gone out the window, because they're not really like creating monsters, there aren't a lot of Witchers, and to a certain extent,
we see one, and he gets killed. So,
yeah, and Geralt's the only one we've been following, and like there are a few more in the School of the Wolf. There's Lambert, there's Eskel. We haven't seen them on the show yet. There might be one or two more, and there are different Witcher schools, so like you can learn at the School of the Owl or what have you. Or the School of the Cat. So it's not just one place where we're making Witchers, but everywhere it feels like there are very, very few left. It is a dying trade. And this was, seeing it with Vesemir at what feels like perhaps its cultural height before its inevitable downfall was interesting, just from a little lore perspective, if you are interested in these characters and their world and their story.
Yeah. And I'm a backstory nerd, so like getting some of that's dope.
Sure. And it's like, you can watch a little movie, flesh out a little backstory. It's like It's like that Mass Effect Paragon Lost movie.
I definitely
that
didn't watch that.
Also an anime. I watched it this year actually when I played the
Nice.
Legendary Edition.
Sure.
I was like,
Might as well.
Fuck it.
Yeah, sure.
I like James Vega. I'll see what he's up to.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's fine.
Oh, is it a Vega? Is it a Vega story?
Yeah, it's centered on Vega and
All
his like the concept of the Mass Effect anime movie is you were following James Vega from Mass Effect 3 during the events of Mass Effect 2, basically.
Yeah, what were they
like,
doing? Yeah.
Yeah, what was he up to? And the answer was nothing good. And like he essentially was the shepherd of his own squad, but it went a lot worse for Vega than it did for Shepard.
Sure.
Which is like, you know, a monologue in the game that they fleshed out into an entire anime film.
Sure.
Anyway, it's fine.
That sounds wicked, like something they would do.
Yeah, it's on Hulu if anyone wants to just like pop that shit on. I thought it was fine. And that's
right.
I wouldn't call it a recommendation. I would call it just something you know now.
Yep.
And
now you have this information.
Do with it what you will. So that's great. I think we've come to our conclusion. But again, on the day this episode drops, Witcher Season 2 will be here. We'll be covering it 2 episodes at a time. It will be honestly difficult to not consume more. And but you know, I'm going to be good about it. But you know, if my co-hosts want to watch ahead, you are perfectly within your rights to do so.
As somebody with 2 kids and who frequently overextends himself on podcasts and D&D games, I will probably be watching them with you guys, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. We'll get there. There's like 8 episodes, so it'll just take like 4 weeks. And honestly, that's how long it took me to watch the first season the first time anyway. I like to space it out, especially because the first season was so episodic. Right.
Yeah. And time based, which meant a lot of like, oh, do I want to watch another one and figure out where these pieces fit, or do I want to give myself some time to kind of let everything ruminate? Which I always ended up going with the latter. Just made my brain feel better.
Love to just like sit there and kind of like not even like try to solve it, but you're like, that's interesting. He's kind of like moving the pieces around in your brain. It's nice.
Just tumbling them around. It's like when you watch a sommelier taste of wine.
Yeah,
just kind of swish it. I like swishing my shows.
Yeah, I like to take a big sniff of my show.
Take a big deep sniff, yeah.
And then when you sip it, you have to go
like an absolute fucking asshole.
You have to go.
Don't slurp it, you goon. I just want to react like Jeff Winger when someone does that. But yeah.
You goon.
You goon.
So that it fills your whole palate. But this has been our conversation about Nightmare of the Wolf. You can find me, TV's Kevin Lanigan, at all the places, in all the spots. I recently put out like 5,400 words of a short story that is itself a Witcher sort of pastiche, a sort of parody.
Nice.
Yeah, you can find that on my Patreon for $1 and up patrons. It will be a full story eventually as part of a series that I'm doing. But for now, it lives on Patreon. Patreon.com/TV's Kevin.
Hell yeah. I put out the last 2 episodes of me and my not last 2. Let me be a little more clear about what it is. The last 2 Halo episodes of the 2nd season of me and my grandma's video game podcast, Procedural Generations. So Halo 5 is out now. We'll do a Halo Infinite one probably at the beginning of the year because I want to give everybody time to get through it. And again, for this conversation, not rush through it because that's no fun. But so did that. We had a Halo episode of our Nerdy Bits show, which my grandma came on, and we recorded that last week. And I also just got back from LA, which was an amazing fucking time. And I got to hang out with really big names in video games, and one of them is a person who works at 343 making Halo, and I had met her with my grandma 2 years ago, and she saw me and went, Caleb. And to tell y'all, I shat a little bit. I was like, no way did this person who's got way more important things on their brain remember me, the guy who does a podcast with his grandma about the game that she makes. But she did. And that was fucking awesome. Yeah, so I don't know if there's going to be any writing or anything coming out of that, but we're going to talk about it on the podcast. Ben and I, my uncle and I went. And then also, last thing, sorry, I don't normally have plugs, and for some reason I do now. This week we're doing our Game of the Year stuff. We're not going to do the Game Awards thing where we run through a bunch of different awards. Best Indie, Best Action. We're just going to talk about our favorite 4 games from the year 2021. So look forward to that coming out probably on Friday or Monday.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh, my birthday's Wednesday, so tweet me happy birthday.
Hell yeah. I forgot we're both Sagittarius.
Yeah, that makes somebody listening to this podcast just went, oh, okay.
That makes sense. And to which I go, I don't know. You tell me. Does that explain?
Is Mercury in retrograde? I don't know.
Does that explain all of this? Glad someone figured it out.
Is Mercury in Gatorade? I'm unsure.
Is Mercury in fucking Powerade? Blue Powerade? Chug some blue Powerade. That's great. We'll be back next week with the first 2 episodes of season 2 of Netflix's The Witcher after a 2-year wait.
Oh, yeah.
We will finally be getting some more.
Thank God COVID didn't kill this darling.
Oh my goodness. Slowed it down. You can't kill Geralt of Rivia. The Witcher is immune to the plague, you see. That's canon, actually. That actually is canon. And until next week, I do not have a new
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Say. Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Boom. Bing, bang, boom.
Wink. I'm going to say wink at the end now. I think that's going to be the it's going to be the new thing.
Expect the worst. Some drink champagne, some die of thirst. No way of knowing which way it's going. Hope for the best, expect the worst. Hope for the best, expect the worst. The world's a stage, we're unrehearsed. Some reach the top friends, while others top friends. Hope for the best, expect the worst. I knew a man who saved a fortune that was splendid. Then he died the day he planned to go and spend it, shouting, live while you're alive. No one will survive. Life is sorrow. Here today and gone tomorrow. Live while you're alive.